Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello friends. So, I was thinking that why are we doing these life skill lab activities, and we have just covered how to save patients by those who are non-doctors. So, the point is that we are talking about being prepared to save lives even if we are not professionally or employment wise or employment communication wise trained towards that kind of let us say specialized activity. So, now let us take a short break, and maybe then we can understand why we have this special lecture on life skills lab in the course on employment communication. So, what we saw in this song titled Connection by One Republic is that the lead singer is trying to build a connection with the lady and the lady also, but what you see more important in the video is that the entire public which is moving around them, between them and within them is all involved with this modern ill of contemporary society, that which is called the mobile or the mobile. So, we are all so much busy, so much involved with this machine which has become an inalienable part of us. It is as if become a part of the body and we can't do without it, unlike the appendix which is a part of the body and we should be doing without it. But if there is some particle or something enters the appendix, then it develops into a situation called appendicitis and we have to delete it, we have to in fact remove it by operation from our body. On the other hand, you have this mobile and the entire world as you see them nowadays is just moving the way the characters in the song were moving, busy with the mobile, least bothered about what is happening in the rest of the world. Now, I would like you to look at this song once again, the lyric video, so that when you get the lyrics or the words of this song, you will be able to appreciate much better what I am going to speak about next. So, in other words, actually what we saw in this song is the fact that we are all searching for connections in our day to day world, whether it is the personal life or the professional life. We have already sounded you in one of the introductory lectures on communication or defining communication, that we need communication at the employment workplace or in our personal lives, because connection, inclusion and support, these are three things which we need very much in this life. So, we see that in this song the lead character is speaking about why the fact that we are surrounded by thousands, hundreds of people, but we do not feel connected, rather we feel lonely. So, with this kind of ill plaguing our contemporary workplace and our personal lives, now what would be the solution? So, how to repair the disconnect in our lives today? And I think that the only solution is these two words on the slide, which is digital detox. I think that if we are able to kind of detoxify our lives of too much of digitalization, too much of this infringement and capturing of our personal moments by social media and other applications and so many other benefits, advantages we seem to think to be deriving from the mobile or the other digital applications or electronic products which we are using, which have become an inalienable part of our lives. I think that is one way by which we can get back connection and inclusion in our lives, and support and love of the people with whom we work and with whom we stay. So, I am going to tell you one word which is the only solution. I think, in my opinion and in my practical experience, this is the only solution for all kind of ills which are now plaguing the society, and each and every one who is rising up to a certain level at the employment or the workplace. Now, I think that if I try to propose this idea to you that meditation is the only solution for all these disconnect, this suffering, this kind of feeling of negativity, feeling of vacuum, feeling of lack of friends, feeling of loneliness in our lives, whether personal or professional, at the workplace or in the house, I think we should go step by step. And I think a question which we need to ask ourselves is, in the midst of this NPTEL lectures on employment communication and this important lecture as I feel it, that is lecture number 38, Life Skills Lab, why meditate? And question 2, what happens during meditation that it can help us get connection in our lives? Number 3, what should be the object of meditation? And number 4, how to meditate. But first of all, let us say I would like to define meditation. And meditation is in fact simply defined as to think continuously about one object, to think continuously about one thing for a protracted period of time. The outcome of meditation is concentration, and if we have concentration in our activities, in our system, and if we have a connection between the mind and the brain, which is brought about by the practice of meditation. Once again I define meditation. Meditation is to think continuously about something for a protracted period of time, and the outcome or the product of meditation is concentration, and this concentration can make us masters of our lives. It first of all is able to make us managers of time. We learn better time management, and when we become better time managers, when we are able to better manage our times, when we are masters of time management, in fact your day is no longer restricted to or limited to 24 hours. Your day will now be 34 hours or 32 hours, depending on how strong and how well is your meditative practice. But to introduce you to the topic, I would like you to see this short video on why we need spirituality in our lives. This is titled The Science of Spirituality, and it presents Daji, now actually the well known name for Kamlesh D. Patel, the founder of the present global guide of heartfulness. So, basically what we are talking about after viewing this video, what I would like to tell you is that there is a need to bring improvement in our lives by operating from a level of humanness or taking a holistic view of life as we live it. First of all, I think that in today's world we are too much selfish, too much self-centered, and too much concerned about the materialistic achievements and accumulation we have. So, that makes us like animals in fact, and that is an animal man. I think we have to progress upwards and improve ourselves and become human beings, and thereafter we become divine beings when we become more and more divine or like God by bringing the qualities associated with God into our lives. Instead of simply worshipping God and going to the practices of religion, I think meditation is finally a way by which we try to convert slowly and slowly ourselves into that of our divine maker, the ultimate creator, that is God, whether you call him by whichever name. So, now the second question is why has meditation become so popular as the panacea for all evils, not only as a stress buster, not only as many people say that meditation is better than medication, but how it is, how does it help human beings in today's world who are much under pressure of the workplace, who are prisoners of time. You know, we wear the watch, it's as if our shackles, we are bound by the time, But despite that, how do we make a success of our lives? Through the process of meditation. And I would like you to also understand a second way by which we can define meditation, as meditation is moving from thinking to feeling to experiencing the divinity that is within us. So, let us watch this short video. What happens during meditation, being answered by the definition of meditation. What is meditation? Moving from thinking to feeling. We have originally defined meditation as to think continuously about one thing for a protracted period of time. From thinking to feeling. This is the second level of definition of meditation. Let us view. Further, moving further, the question would be, why meditate? Because this term meditation is like red herring to many people. It is something which puts off the people, because most people would say meditation is not my cup of tea. But in fact, meditation is something which we are doing day in, day out in our lives. Most of the time we are thinking, and meditation starts with thinking. Now, I would like you to, as students of science, appreciate this short video by Deepak Chopra and Oprah Winfrey, where they show the power of the mind. And the activity of the mind is to think, and the power of the mind comes from thinking. So, let us see what Deepak Chopra has to offer us. Now, what we are talking about is the law of the Buddha. The law of the Buddha, that is right thought, right action, right result. If we can actuate this into our lives, I think we can avoid lot of the problems and ills which we suffer from, whether it is in the house or in the office. So, because we are students of the contemporary world ruled by science and technology, and the term which I mentioned in the beginning, that is digitalization. Therefore, let us see further on why we should meditate by going through this small video, a TEDx talk at Cambridge delivered by Sarah Laser, titled "How Meditation Can Reshape Our Brains." So, basically what I would like to comment now is that if we think about the importance we give to the human mind, because the intellect can make us grow fast and take great leaps in our professional and personal lives, especially our professional lives. This short video by the HeartMath Institute has proved that there is a great connect, there is an important connect between the mind and the heart. In meditation, I think what we do, to my bare minimum understanding, is that we concentrate our thoughts on the best part of our body, that is the heart. And when we put all our thoughts on the heart, we connect the two best parts of our body, the two best organs of our body, the heart and the mind. The mind, which tells you how to discriminate between right and wrong, and the heart, which is the repository of the willpower, because we say that we take decisions by the heart. We discriminate by the mind, but we take decisions by the heart, because the heart is the place where you have all the willpower. If you choose the right and wrong, that is due to the usage of the gray cells, that is due to the decision taken by the mind, but your willpower is displayed by the heart. You choose the right, and your heart tells you to stick on to the right, come what may. And the question, last one to be considered today, is how to meditate. There is a need to relax your body before you sit for meditation, because let us say your body consists of three parts: mind, matter and spirit. Your mind, matter and spirit. Between your mind and the matter, that is your body, is the interface called the five senses. That is, we have talked about in the introductory lectures about the 5 senses, which are the interface between you and the rest of the world, through which you know the rest of the world and also you know yourself. For example, the 5 senses which I am talking about is vision, the first most important, audition, then you have traction, you have olfaction, you have we have mentioned the 5 of them. The first is vision, audition, traction, olfaction and taste or gustation. So, now in the Kena Upanishad there is a mention that before we meditate we must be totally relaxed, because when we relax then we are able to better focus our thoughts on the object of meditation, which is, let us say in this case, I propose to you that we think there is divine light in your heart. When we think there is divine light in my heart, we just have to give a subtle thought. We first of all relax our body, and then when we start meditation, we give a subtle thought. We just think once, there is divine light in my heart and it is illuminating me from within. After that, we let go. We relax, and when we feel, when we understand, when we are aware that there are other thoughts coming into our mind and disturbing us, and I am not actually meditating, but I am meditating on everything except on the single thought, the single object on which I should meditate. Let us say for example, there is divine light in my heart and it is illuminating me from within. Then it is a time to jerk yourself up and to remind, I am for meditation, I am sitting for meditation and I must meditate on this one thought, there is divine light in my heart and it is illuminating me from within. So, let us talk about how to meditate. The first step is we relax our body, and when the body is relaxed, we can think on one single thought. There is divine light in my heart and it is illuminating me from within. And thereafter, protracted and over a period of time, when you meditate this way called the heartfulness way, in this method by which I am trying to in fact make you accept meditation, is that we will have control over our body due to the relaxation process. When we go deep into meditation, we have also control over our senses. That is, the senses, we have them, we feel them working, but we do not respond. You will be hearing the cawing of a crow, you will be hearing noises which try to divert you during meditation, but you will have control, you will not respond, you will not react, you will continue to meditate. So, you have got control over your body due to relaxation, which has completely relaxed your body. Number 2, during the process of meditation, you got control over your senses, and last is when you have control over your thoughts, that is, you have control over your mind. So, this is the stage, the third stage when in fact you over a period of time, let us say 5, 6, 7 years or maybe less for those who are good meditators, you will be able to achieve a state of thoughtlessness. So, when there are no thoughts, there is nothing to trouble you. You are free of thoughts, and that is the state which is akin to divinity. So, let us move to how do we relax ourselves before meditation. Now, having learnt how to relax ourselves through this video on heartfulness relaxation or heart based meditation, now we are in a position to learn how to meditate through another animated video. Let us learn how to meditate the heartfulness way.
Meditation is ideally done before sunrise. Sit comfortably, gently close your eyes and relax. Gently make a supposition that there is a divine light in your heart. Do it in a quiet, simple, and natural way without forcing your mind. Never mind if you do not see the light there. Try to be unmindful of the thoughts arising at that time. If your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your heart. Meditate for 30 minutes to an hour. After the meditation, observe your inner state for a few minutes. It is recommended to make a note of your observations and thoughts after the meditation.
I exhort you once again, I would invite you once again, I would once again plead with you, request you most humbly, most sincerely that if we learn to meditate, if we practice meditation, if we include meditation in our daily routine, if we learn to love meditation, the more we meditate, the more we will have peace, joy and happiness in our lives. In short, towards the conclusion of this series of 40 lectures on the NPTEL course on employment communication, a lab based course, I take this opportunity to wish you all the best in your life, both personal and professional, and I exhort you, I plead with you once again, I emphasize the fact that the only way to bring balance in your lives and to be successful is to practice meditation. And this is one of the best of the life skills which one can ever take up for practice and for bringing perfection into your life. I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to all the students of the first year of the MHRM program in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, the IIT Kharagpur, and thank you once again. Goodbye and may God bless you.